knowing technical analysis alone can never make you a profitable trader. I don't think we will be having a 90% losing traders out of 100 traders if only strategy is enough to make you a profitable trader. You will see some people trading a strategy that worked for someone else, maybe they even pay for it, but they are not seeing the results, and then they will jump to another strategy, not thinking, why is this strategy not working? My mentor was trying to trade another pair. He normally trade one pair, so you want to trade another pair, and as someone that has seen results in the market, you automatically think that you just need to just jump on the new pair and start using the strategy that has been working on the old pair. No, it did not do that. So this is the difference between how a profitable trader actually thinks compared to how a beginner or a struggling trader thinks. So before we dive deep into what I actually want to talk about in this video, I would like to ask you guys these questions. How many traders do you think quit within their first 3 years of trading? And how many traders do you actually think continue trading after their first 5 years of trading? You'll be shocked by the answer to this question. So if you think you know the answer, drop it in this comment section below, and I'm going to check everything out, check all your answer out, and I'll let you know if you are right. Hello YouTube, what's good? In today's video, I'm actually going to be talking about my personal experience, what I think the reason is why majority of traders actually fails when it comes to the forex trading space. As you all know, I recently joined a mentorship. Things that I'm going to be talking about in this video is basically things I've actually been seeing, going on in the mentorship space, and how the mentor behaves or how he approaches the market that differentiate him from someone like myself as a beginner trader, like the way I'm going to approach the market and the way he actually approaches the market. And you'll be truly shocked to know that what these professionals do differently, or what these consistent profitable traders actually do differently, is not that something serious. You'll be shocked that majority of the time you actually have the same exact knowledge as the mentor itself, and what you are actually missing might be some little things you are not really paying attention to. And by you getting to know these little things you are not paying attention to, might actually be that one thing that you need that's going to skyrocket your trading. If you've ever done any kind of research, you will find that majority of trader loses, like 90% of trader loses. And that's a very shocking data to find out that if 100 people start trading today, 90% of those are going to lose. And however, I believe this narrative can be changed. It doesn't have to be this way. Therefore, in today's video, I'll be talking about the reason why I personally believe that majority of traders actually fails, and how you can change the narrative for yourself. I stumbled upon this amazing podcast from Wisdom's channel, and it was interviewing a long-term trader that's been in the game for about 22 years now. And he was actually talking about how he started to see profitability in the market, like what he started to do differently, what he started to include in his trading that actually gives him that consistent profitability over time. He talks about how he was able to figure out that whenever his first trade of the day was a losing trade, how his behavior for the rest of the day actually is being affected because he have a losing trade as the first trade of the day. And he was only able to figure this out when he go through his trading data. Because of the availability of this data, he was able to change one or two things that now led him to having a consistent profitability. And it's such an amazing episode. I think it's like an hour long. You can just check the video out after this, and you most likely gain a whole lot from this podcast than you've gained from any other YouTube videos ever. Believe me on this, trust me, just go and watch it. If you go through YouTube, you will find nothing less than hundreds of various trading strategies that you can trade with. However, data has shown that if 100 people are trading the same strategy, 90% of those people will actually be losing, while only 10% will be winning with the same exact strategy. Have it ever crossed your mind that why is this data like that? Like, why should we have 90% of traders that are losing while only 10% are actually winning? And I know majority of people will say it's basically because of psychology, but I think the problem lies in the way people actually understand the word strategy. I think most people don't really understand what strategy actually means. When I was starting out, to be very honest, what I understand to be strategy is knowing technical analysis, knowing entry models, different entry models, knowing little risk management, and I think that's all I understand to be the meaning of strategy. But even if we Google the meaning of strategy, you'll find that strategy is a planned course of action designed to achieve a long-term goal. If you pay attention to this definition, you see that it have two aspects: a planned course of action and achieving a long-term goal. But most beginner traders usually just focus on the planned course of action aspect of it, but never the long-term goal. And what do I mean by the planned course of action? When it comes to the planned course of action, is when we are talking about the technical analysis, fundamental analysis, risk management, entries, exits, and all. These are the things that we put in place to plan how we tend to approach the market, and that's the planned course of action. But when it comes to this planned course of action giving us a long-term goal, that is where most traders actually fail. And when we are talking about the long-term goal, is understanding this planned course of action that I've had, how does it give me an edge in the market depending on the kind of pair that I'm trading? Because not a single strategy can work for all trading pairs or all trading instruments equally. There's always going to be a difference in some parameters in the way it works on gold and in the way the strategy works on, let's say, AU. So if you want to be trading gold, you need to understand that, okay, this strategy or this planned course of action that I want to trade on gold, what is the edge that it gives me in gold over other players in gold, and what is the edge that is going to be giving me in AU over other players. And the truth is, if only the planning aspect is enough to make anybody profitable, I don't think we will be having a 90% losing traders out of 100 traders if only strategy is enough to make you a profitable trader. So in other words, strategy alone, knowing technical analysis alone, can never make you a profitable trader. Therefore, this is why having an edge with your strategy comes into play if you are planning to become a long-term profitable trader. The reason why majority of other traders fail is because most people approach trading as a get-rich-quick scheme, and trading is actually a long-term probability game, right? You will see some people trading a strategy that worked for someone else, maybe they even pay for it, but they are not seeing the results, and then they will jump to another strategy, not thinking, why is this strategy not working? How many months have I been using this strategy? What past data do I have for this strategy? What is this strategy RR? Majority of people cannot answer that question. If you ask them the strategy you are trading, what is the win rate percentage? Majority of people can actually not answer that. And if you ask them what RR do you actually need with your win rate percentage to remain a profitable trader at the end of the month, majority of people cannot answer this, but they can explain how their strategy works for you from A to Z. However, unfortunately, strategy alone can never make you a profitable trader. So how do you identify having an edge in the market, and how can this work for you? Of recent, one of the mentorship that I am currently, my mentor was trying to trade another pair. He normally trade one pair, so he want to trade another pair. And as someone that has seen results in the market, you automatically think that you just need to, just jump on the new pair and start using the strategy that has been working on the old pair. No, he did not do that. He had to backtest the strategy on the new pair, and during his backtest, he was able to figure out that the strategy doesn't actually give him a profitable edge on the new pair. Let's take, for instance, he was trading gold. He normally trade gold. So now he decided to trade GU. So he backtested it for 3 weeks on GU. And the first week was a drawdown. The second week was drawdown. The third week, it came back to be break even. Then he backtested it on EU. The first week it was up like 22%. The second week it was up like 12%. The third week it was up like another 12%. So now you understand that the strategy doesn't work directly with GU without him changing one or two parameters in it, but it works directly on EU. So basically, learning the strategy is not enough for him to understand if the strategy is going to work on a pair or not. He needs to find out a data about how the strategy is going to perform on a particular pair before he could decide to really now trade it in a live market. And this is one thing that beginner traders will never do. You will never see someone coming into the trading space and the first account they are going to open is an account to backtest their strategy. No, they most likely open a live account, fund it, and start trading with it. And before you know it, they blow the account. And this is something that I myself as experienced, I never did backtest any of the strategy I've learned in the past until recently. So this is the difference between how a profitable trader actually thinks compared to how a beginner or a struggling trader thinks. They understand it for a fact that having a working strategy is not enough. You need to understand what edge does this strategy actually gives me in the market. And when we are talking about an edge, is knowing what is the win rate percentage of this strategy. If you backtest it for like, let's say 2 months, and with these 2 months you have 40% win rate. From your 40% win rate, you know, okay, how many RR do you need to remain a profitable trader with this 40% win rate? These are the factors you need to understand. Without the understanding of this, you will just be trading any little profit you make, you just be giving it back to both the broker and the market as a liquidity provider. And I honestly wish that most beginner traders can approach trading as if they are going into a university to study a degree. For instance, it is not possible for you to go into university to study a degree and then in your first year, you've already been taking your result to look for a job. You most likely are not going to get employed with that. However, if you are able to study for the first 4 years and you graduate very well, you learn what you need to learn for the first 4 years, you know how everything works. Even after that, you still have to go for a year internship to practicalize everything you've learned within that first 4 years. And after that, that's when you can come into the job market and then be viable to be hired by a potential employer. So this should be the same approach we actually have when coming to the market. Like if you are learning how to trade, you are learning a particular strategy, your responsibility is to backtest this strategy to find what edge does this strategy actually gives you in the market and how can you take advantage of this edge. So this should be the approach that anybody that is coming into the market is taking. Don't just learn a strategy and start trying to trade with the strategy on any random pair. If you want to trade any pair, make sure that you backtest the pair as much as possible to have a viable data, an edge that you can actually use in the live market. That will be it for this video. And if you've watched this video to this point, kindly like, share, and subscribe to this channel because I'll be posting a lot of insider tips that I'll be getting from this mentorship that I am currently. And by next month, I'll be starting this DAX 3 months mentorship as well. And also I'll be posting everything that I'm learning from the mentorship in this channel. So if you want to always have an updated information about those, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And also sometimes I do live backtest just to make sure that I am sticking to all my rules while backtesting and not breaking anything. The aim is to find how to fine-tune your strategy and how to find that edge that can put you ahead in the market. So that will be it for this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.